He's on Kyle Rittenhouse's side. This is a cats on the roof thing. You know how the story that Scott Adams always talks about the cats on the roof? Like if you go on
Yes.
vacation and your cat dies, I don't say, Sitch, hey, your cat died. I don't just jump on the phone and say, oh, how's the trip? Oh, by the way, your cat's dead.
I mean, that is what Adam does to me. He's very mean like that. He
No,
blurts
no,
out like the worst thing that ever happened.
you say, hey, buddy,
Buddy.
I haven't seen your cat around. I've been feeding him, but he doesn't seem to be around. Maybe he'll show up, right? You tell him slowly over time. 3 days later, you tell him, oh, by the way, the cat died. He died day one. But it's okay. I worked you up. This is the cats on the roof thing. He's doing that with his audience. He's saying, listen, this guy is a white national. All the narratives you've heard about this guy are completely correct. But he's probably innocent. He probably thought his life was in danger. He's probably going to get off. This is a stage 1 of the cats on the roof. I would love that. Thoughts Lime. This should be video 1 in the series. Thoughts Lime. You should put another video out. You give him a little more. You say, oh, by the way, this guy was a serial pedophile, ended up raping 5 boys. The guy seemed to have a death wish, OD'd earlier in front of a McD's. You slide some of those facts in. Some of those.
I don't think there's a chance in hell that this is Cats on the Roof.
You don't think the second video is coming out?
No.
God.
No.
I almost had faith in humanity again.
No. There's
almost had faith.
There's almost no chance whatsoever.
Sitch, this is the party of empathy here. Come on. Help me out here. Help me. They want to empathize with people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's empathize. Let's empathize together.
That's right.
Let's empathize with a young boy being chased
by
an angry mob.
By an angry mob and a serial pedophile crazy man who just body slammed his fiance.
Have you ever had somebody put some serious effort into starting a fight with you? I have.
Mm-hmm.
It is not fun. It is not enjoyable trying to avoid a fight with an
Adam,
insane
you should
person.
just stand there and take it. You have to let the mob win, okay? That's what true democracy is. It's letting the mob have its way. That's what democracy is.
Well, I'm looking at Thought Slime here, and I'm thinking, I know deep down he can relate. I know that face.
What are you saying? Are you trying to say that he was bullied? That's what it sounds like you're saying.
I know that face has had people try to start shit with it. It ain't fun. None of us like that. None of us
right.
Want that crazy motherfucker.
That's right, Thug Slime. Look, you've been bullied. We can tell. We're just looking at you. You've been bullied, okay? I've been bullied. Adam's been bullied.
We've all been
bullied. Shouldn't you have the empathy to see this 17-year-old child being chased by a fucking lunatic?
Shouldn't you fucking be able to see insane guy.
An insane person who was saying, shoot me N-words just a few minutes earlier to all this stuff.
Okay. How, as a white person, do you use the N-word at a Black Lives Matter protest? This guy was not one of you. Why are you covering for this ass wipe?
How mentally deranged do you have to be to say, I myself, armed with nothing but a plastic bag, which contains my possessions that I got out of my drug rehab coma facility.
Oh my God.
I'm going to now chase down an armed individual with my bare hands for no reason. How deranged do you have to be that person in the first place?
Very deranged. Yeah, yes, like assault rifle.
This is so. There's nothing like this. There's no situation in current events that is even comparable to the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, in that it's just so obvious, clear, black and white. One side was bad, one side was wrong and one side was justified. This doesn't happen. This is proof that the simulation overlords are testing us, Adam. Okay. This is
I
the
know.
free will
It's true.
test.
It's totally true.
That's what it is. And Thought Slime has fucking failed. He has told the simulation overlords, I do not have free will. Not only do I not have free will, I am the fucking Pied Piper of people, leading all these rats to drown into an ocean of stupidity and no free will.
I think it's scarier than that. I think it's scarier. I think Thought Slime might have free will. I think he might have free will and be using. Yeah. Well, I think he's got the he's if you hung out with this guy,
yes,
and, you talk to him one-on-one, off the record, and you said, hey, this stuff is probably not the best for the world because these people are, you're turning these people into crazy partisans who just want to string people up in the street. They want to wheel out the guillotines and go on a gory killing rampage of everyone they hate and despise for their own selfish reasons. He would use the mortgage defense. He would say, listen, I know I got to fucking pay the bills, dude. What do you want to do? I'm caught in this rat race too. I don't like capitalism. I want capitalism to end so I don't have to do this nonsense. I want the utopia where I can tell people the truth. I don't have to be part of the political machine, part of the propaganda machine. But the money's good. Like, I don't want to work at a restaurant. I don't want to be a bartender.
I'm communist. I need money and I don't want to work a job. I don't want to be labor. What do I look like?
Sad.
A factory worker?
Sad.
Come on.
It's sad. It's sad. It's totally sad. I don't know. The internet's probably the great filter. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to survive the internet. The internet's really fucking really screwed some people up. So
you're right, CT. CT is offended with my use of comparing these people to rats. That's true. Rats are better than these people. Shouldn't bring rats down to their level. That's a good point. Shu and Sargon are streaming at the same time. How dare they?
Ratatouille. That's one of my favorites.
That's a good
movie. Isn't that a Disney movie? No,
it's a Pixar movie. Yeah, no singing. If it had singing, you'd hate it.
Why did you mention?
And I don't.
Never mind.
Mouse is the only person with blood on his hands that night. I think Joshua Zeminski and whoever fired the first shots have a lot to answer for as well. You don't just pull out a gun in a situation like that and fire warning shots. That's reckless and is, to say the least, a needless escalation of this conflict.
See? Cat's on the roof. He's pulling it back. He's bringing his audience in.
We'll see.
He's using some of that empathy.
We will see.
He's like, God damn it, I got to pay the mortgage, but I'll walk it back at just a tad bit here at the end. I'll give them the red meat and the beef. They never listen past minute 11 anyway. They won't hear any of this shit.
Alexandra M for 499 says, Kyle not only crossed state lines, he probably also crossed a couple of street lines too. Oh my God.
He crossed all kinds of lines.
What are we going to... All the lines are being crossed here.
History began the second that Rittenhouse was confronted by Rosenbaum. The evidence would seem exculpatory. But when you place the events in...
I missed it.
A needless escalation of this conflict. If history began the second that Rittenhouse was confronted by Rosenbaum, the evidence would seem exculpatory.
Okay. So to clarify, he said that if you only look at the beginning of the instance when Rosenbaum begins to chase Kyle, Kyle appears to be innocent.
Yeah.
Which is
notice
funny
how
because
he doesn't use the word innocent. He uses the word exculpatory, which nobody knows.
Yeah. Which is funny because that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
At all.
It's true.
In a legal sense, in a moral sense, that's all that matters. Everything that happens before that, totally irrelevant to whether you have self-defense claim in the situation or not.
Yep.
And it's weird too. I'm glad you brought up that he uses the term exculpatory because that's generally a legal term, and yet he's trying to make a non-legal claim here.
I think he just used the word because he didn't want to say. Like, he didn't want to see in the comments. He's like, oh, he in the first draft he wrote innocent, and then he thought,
Or
oh
justified.
man,
You're like, oh, you said Kyle
I
Rittenhouse,
know.
the spree killer, was justified. Gasp.
yeah. So exculpatory, they just, I don't even know what that means. What he's talking about.
He's making statues. He's sculpting statues. Is what?
Yeah, this video is fine. Thumbs up. Woo! Subscribe to my
But when
Patreon.